All right, this is my home video for the Justice League. Where to start? I am Anna Hawes, but I go by Louise Ross on Scrib. So this is Louise Ross's video. You are currently looking at the back door of, well, the garage door of my house. This is where I figured I'd start simply because it's where my husband and I always enter and exit the house. This is the garage. You can see, even though it is a 2-vehicle garage, there's only 1 vehicle in it. There's my husband's need for excessive amounts of tools and other things that he enjoys. A lot of the garage is his. This is his domain. Stacks and stacks of extension cords there on the wall, bikes on the wall. There's a 4-wheeler under there if you can manage to see that big yellow machine. There's actually a motorcycle back there on the back side. His job box with more tools. You'll see bits and pieces of different projects out here, things that may have already gotten done and the spare pieces that need to be tossed, and other pieces are things that need to be done in general. The dog's food box, which he's very appreciative of. We have 2 different deep freezes out here. This big stand-up deep freeze is technically a deep freeze, but it can be switched over to a refrigerator and has turned somehow into an official beer cooler. So basically that is beer and whatever else my husband wants to put in it. And then the actual deep freeze, which is huge, especially when you consider there are only 2 of us, but somehow it always seems to be mostly full. So that is the garage for us. So then we enter the house, and the first room we always enter into is the kitchen. Right here to greet us is our dog. Hans is 4 years old now, and he thinks because the garage door is open that he should be getting a bone. Little does he know it is not time yet. It is approximately 7 a.m. in the morning. Usually this is the time when everybody leaves for work. However, I have a late start day, so you're getting a video instead. So right inside the garage door, this is the only pantry that we really have. And the most exciting part to me about the pantry is these fun pull-out shelves, so I don't have to dig in there quite as much. You will notice our pantry is full of non-essential, useless kinds of things. I believe Matt was showing us his tea and hot chocolate. This is our tea and hot chocolate collection, and the tea is actually on the back side simply because it doesn't get used quite as often as the hot chocolate does. We also have an awful lot of water add-ins hanging out around our house. That's more my husband's thing than mine, so it will be what it will be. And then the side pantry is where all great things go to die, it seems like, except Girl Scout cookies. Those will get eaten. But you can see back in there is the food saver, so we can compress and freeze things. There's a Fry Daddy that's hidden back in a corner. You probably can't even see that. All those paper cups and plates and things that get taken to barbecues that have to live somewhere. Stacks of water. Very nicely stacked with the little piece on top or underneath the big piece. Sometimes my stacking does not make sense. There's the side of our refrigerator. I don't know if it is a standard size or not, but the people who built the house obviously thought our refrigerator would be about 6 inches taller and 6 inches wider than it actually is. My parents nicely got us this refrigerator when we moved in here. Above it is an alcohol cabinet. To the side is what we call our bar cabinet, because it's champagne glasses and flutes and any kind of cup that we don't usually use. You'll see all of our nice mess next to the refrigerator, which is mostly bills. Probably a good thing that I need to pay attention to and pay. And then I always shove things like brooms and dusters right next to the refrigerator, so you'll see those over there on the side. This is the stove area, microwave above the stove, and then the stove. Pretty standard configuration as far as I know. What's not standard is all the extra space. We've got a lot of room. One of my husband's projects, because he's a big project fan, was to add under counter lighting. So we have fancy lit up counters all the time. There in the corner is actually a Lazy Susan. Mostly it has also turned into small appliance world. A lot of our house is random small appliances, things that we don't actually use. And on the top side as well, it's fryers and pans, and there's whatever the soda pop making machines are, waffle iron, all sorts of small appliances that get hidden around here. I keep all my utensils in pottery. Don't know why I do that, but I started that at some point. All of the water add-ins there against the window. The dirty dishes, which obviously need to be fixed. One would think that the dishwasher is right there, that the dishes could be put in the dishwasher. But no, it's just not how life works around here. A lot of more appliances, more knives, things of that sort. And then here's my husband's coffee making area. He is addicted to Starbucks coffee, so he makes his own. Can make just about anything that I ever ask him to, which is really, really exciting. More storage area. More storage area over there. Lots of storage area in here. And the trash can, which you'd think we'd put in storage areas, but not so much. Dog bowls. The dog is very appreciative of that, but of course right now he wants out. This is our little dining room area. We do have the breakfast bar, but it is completely useless given how much stuff collects on it. You would think the kitchen table is the same, but you will note a little bit of clear space on the far side, and with this other chair, we actually do eat at the kitchen table. It's just shuffling a lot of junk to get there. Since we're right here at the back door, I'll go ahead and show you what's outside the back. This is our deck. It's probably 12 by 10, so not really significantly huge. The grill. John does grill out for me a lot. This is Hans's domain. You'll see some garden flower beds that we've put in. Otherwise, this is big, open, grassy space. My Rose of Sharons aren't really blooming. The irises, looks like the leaves are up on the irises, but there are no actual flowers. And it is too light outside for any of the decorative lighting to be working. There is a drive gate over there on the side, big fencing, and then this fence on the backyard. I don't know if we can see it. But there is fencing there, or a gate there as well, so that we can get out on the back side. So back inside, let's see. So this is the big gap between the dining room and the living room. My living room is huge, in my opinion. Way more than we need, but is actually about right for a house this size. We have 1,500 square foot upstairs and 1,500 square foot downstairs. So the house is fairly large in general. Gigantic couch, which was given to us as a wedding gift. My chair is here. I get the heating pad. Thank you very much. And that's my husband's chair. China cabinet. What you're not seeing behind my husband's chair is one of the multiple DVD shelves. We have an awful lot of DVDs. We collected them as kids and still do. And so there are actually 4 DVD shelves to show that we are absolute freaks about movies. There's also a collection of other things that are not used very often. The Wii Fit, the Rock Hero, the band games. We do have a computer hooked up to our television, as well as all of the normal television stuff. And there in the bottom of that shelf is a fancy radio that my husband absolutely loves because he can turn it on with his phone from anywhere in the house and then change channels and basically blast music all the time. The fireplace, which I love the fireplace. However, every year when I want to use it in the winter, I do have to rearrange the furniture so that the couch is not directly in front of the fireplace. I figure burning the house down is probably not the best option when I could just move the couch. So that's what's going on there. And then my collage wall, which needs more collages and all those bright lights. From the living room, I apologize, I'm breathing heavy. This is sort of our hallway slash front entry. There's the real front door if we were to actually use it, but we do not. The wall of Why My Husband Is Cool. The stairway down into the basement, which I will try and take us down there in a minute. And then coat closet, of course. Nothing super exciting there, except for the fact that we have way too many coats and should probably give some away. Coat closet, oddly enough, is also where one keeps the vacuums, because brooms go next to the refrigerator and vacuums go in the coat closet. I don't know. So when we enter the house, the hallway, first door in the hallway is the bathroom. My husband was not very happy when I decided to paint the bathroom purple, but there you go. I have a purple bathroom, and he calls it the Barney Explosion bathroom. I don't know why we were pointing out 2 knobs versus 1, but there you go. It's a single knob faucet kind of a situation. The hallway is decorated with these photos that I also got for our wedding of a local farm that is around here. John's family lives on 20 acres, and so it felt fitting to have farm photos places. Second door on the left is the laundry room. It's got a motion activated light in it, which is really nice because when I'm carrying in laundry baskets, I like to have the light just come on. Washing machine and dryer, small place to hang some things, and then some storage for dishwashing detergent and that kind of thing, which I don't use because that goes on top of the dryer. Again, my logic doesn't always make sense. Let's see, last door on the left is actually the master bedroom. Please forgive my mess. The curtain is brand new, so ta-da! All right, we've got a lot of little dressers and things hanging around for clothes. A lot of stuff gets hidden inside all of the dressers. There is a quilt rack. I point this out only because I love quilts. I quilt. I collect quilts. There are quilts all over my house, if you haven't already noticed. We do have the walk-in closet. Couldn't think of the word for a second. Left side is mine, right side is my husband's, and most of those shoes that you see in there are his, believe it or not. He's always been the bigger shoe person than I have. More storage, boxes, because those are needed, more storage, the bed, more storage, all the dirty clothes, sorry about that. I am a messy clothes person. We do have the bathroom in the bedroom, which is the largest bathroom, in my opinion, ever. It does have the double vanities, with plenty of storage area. The scale, I hate the scale. It has the Whirlpool bathtub for spa purposes, the toilet, and the shower that is big enough to have full shower seats and all sorts of stuff in it. And then let's see, we're back into the bedroom. Oh, random picture of me in case you care. I am currently going through chemo treatment, so hope you like the bald head and the I'm not ready for work clothing. Let's see. So then we get back into the hallway and going from the back of the hallway to the front of the house. This is one of the spare rooms. We did take the time to actually put a bed in it, and then we covered the bed with, again, more small appliances. Why one needs a 3-section crock pot mass serving dish, I'm not really sure. And it looks like at some point in time we have placed boxes on top of picture frames. So hopefully those will be okay when we ever get back to them. The piano, a closet, and then you'll notice the dog toys. This is where all good dog toys go to die, I assume. I assume my dog will find them at some point. And then our really bad filing storage system and all the stuff that needs to be shredded. Very exciting. Next door in the hallway is actually just a linen closet. Nothing super exciting there, except that I don't really know how to fold linens, so they all just sort of get shoved in. And then down at the bottom is the air mattress, just in case we ever go camping. This next room is sort of my room. John gets the garage, but I get this room. You will notice it is much more of a mess than the garage. It is all of my crafting stuff. There is a quilt on the frame, which I can't currently actually get to. The ironing board so I can do some quilting. Some applique flowers that are arranged for a upcoming project. Quilt blocks that are hanging around. There's some paper quilling. I don't know, bags of yarn and styrofoam balls and paint. Stacks of blue jeans that will eventually be turned into something, we hope. You'll notice one of the things around my house is I like to paint the walls. So this is my square room, aqua and chocolate brown. Yeah, so it's just a mess that is barely big enough to walk in and turn around. But it is my collection of stuff. That is the upstairs. I'm gonna let the dog in and then I will show you downstairs and hopefully outside.